channels of communication. Now what is channel? क्या होता है channel? What is channel? Yes, method. It means mode, right? क्या क्या तरीके होते हैं, किस किस तरीके से जो है आप कम्युनिकेट कर सकते हो. Channels, right? Like for example, the first channel is face to face. Face to face. आप जब किसी से बात करते हैं ना, right now we are talking face to face. We are communicating face to face, right? So this is also a channel of communication. Another one is telephonic. Telephonic conversation is also a channel of communication. आप फ़ोन पे बात करते हैं ना, फ़ोन पर बात करते हो, फ़ोन पर आप जो भी बात कहना चाहते हो सामने वाले को कह देते हो. वो जो बात कहना चाहता है, he is the receiver, you are the sender, you are sending the message, right? He is the receiver, he is responding, and then you are getting feedback. All right? So the receiver is listening to you. The receiver is listening to you, and then he is responding, right? So this telephonic conversation is also a channel of communication. Sometimes it happens, आपका इंटरव्यू होता है, आप जॉब इंटरव्यू के लिए जाते हो. कुछ इंटरव्यूज़ क्या होते हैं, फेस टू फेस होते हैं. आप फिजिकली वहाँ पर जाते हो. चलो इंटरव्यू स्किल्स के बारे में भी आपको बताया जाएगा, बट लेटर ऑन, बाद में. ओके, व्हेन यू गो फॉर द इंटरव्यू, राइट, आप डायरेक्ट HR से मिलते हैं या इंटरव्यूअर से मिलते हैं. सो दैट इज़ फेस टू फेस, राइट? ओके. टेलीफोनिक, समटाइम्स व्हाट हैपन्स, you get telephonic interview. You don't need to go there. The interview is not face to face. That is telephonic interview होता है. They ask you and they ask you about yourself, about your qualifications, about your experience, right? But all the things. So that is telephonic. And not only interview, when you talk to your friend, when you talk to your relatives, when you talk to anyone on phone. So this is also channel of communication. Yes, you communicate with them. All right? Okay, and what else? Email. Very good, right? Okay, ध्यान रखिएगा, बिजनेस कम्युनिकेशन में ईमेल का बहुत बड़ा रोल होता है. It has a very great role, right? Email. आप, when you become professional, when you are working officially, then what happens? Everything should be through emails, right? आपको इसकी इम्पोर्टेंस थोड़ा टाइम बाद पता चलेगी कि क्या इसकी इम्पोर्टेंस होती है, right? Okay, हाँ, yes, what else? हाँ? Letter, okay. Letter, yes. जॉब लेटर्स होते हैं, एप्लीकेशंस इनको आप कह सकते हो, राइट? दैट्स ऑल्सो अ काइंड ऑफ लेटर. ओके. अर्लियर पहले क्या हुआ करता था, व्हेन पीपल डिडंट हैव यू नो फोन्स, जब लोगों के पास टेलीफोन्स नहीं हुआ करते थे. सेलफोन से खैर बहुत बाद में आए हैं, टेलीफोन नहीं हुआ करते थे. सो उनका मोड ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन क्या होता था, लेटर, राइट? पहले आता था कि अंतर्देशीय पत्र. इफ़ यू नो दैट, you can ask your father, he must know that. अंतर्देशीय पत्र, right? Earlier, बहुत पहले आया करता था. So that was later. If your father is working in another state or maybe in another country, especially in another state, so they used to write the letter, right? They used to, communicate that what is the reason of that letter. They used to mention that also, right? So that was also communication mode. And then when you got the letter, then you also respond. You also used to respond that yes, it means you are responding to that letter, and then he is getting. So that was a mode, that was a channel of communication, right? Nowadays also in some field, in some sectors, we use letters. In official, we always use letters, emails, right? Like telegram, people used to use telegram also, but nowadays it is digital, right? Earlier it was in physical form, but nowadays we have got, you know, a digital application on your phone, telegram, right? But earlier it was not in that form. Earlier it was in letter form, right? Okay, and what else? और क्या क्या होते हैं? Meeting, yes, meeting. Meeting, again, this also can be face to face. It also can be face to face meeting, like press conference, ये इस तरीके से भी हो जाता है. Video, again, that is also a part of telephonic, right? So all these are channels of communication. All these are channels of communication, right? Now, okay, sometimes it happens that you want to communicate but you are not able. अब कई बार ऐसा होता है ना, आप कम्युनिकेट तो करना चाहते हैं बट आप कर नहीं पा रहे हो कम्युनिकेट. वाई? अगेन देर आर सम ऑब्स्टेकल्स. ऑब्स्टेकल्स क्या होती हैं? रुकावटें, जिनको हम एक अलग तरीके से बैरियर भी कह सकते हो आप, राइट? ऑब्स्टेकल्स और बैरियर. ऑब्स्टेकल्स और बैरियर्स ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन.